DJ Sanchez. I'm Chris Plank. Kelly Maxwell stares in. Taylor Strain digs in. First pitch is a foul straight back. Strike one. Or did she swing and miss, and that just popped out of Ledlam's glove?
I like that. I like that scenario better. Let's roll with that.
Oh, as you can tell, the wind has picked up, and it's expected to be a major issue over the weekend. Heard Coach even bring it up in the pregame show as the 0-1 is, I didn't miss by much. 1 ball and 1 strike. Taylor Strain, the senior, a .343 average this season for the left-handed hitting center fielder. 5 for 6 on stolen bases. Here comes the 1-1. Boy, that's a good spot. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
We heard Coach talk about it in the pregame. So many lefties in this Baylor lineup. Such a great matchup for Kelly Maxwell using that curveball.
The pitch. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Hodge ranges over towards the bag, makes a play, throws, gets her. 1 away. Nice play by Avery Hodge, who was positioned perfectly. Hat tip to Ryan Wondrosik and the scouting crew. 1 away. Here's Emily Hodge. He's not in the booth with me this weekend. He's next door. So
we get to see him the entire game.
Yeah,
straight through the window.
One of the behind-the-scenes stars for Sooner softball. As the first pitch to Emily Hott out of Edmond is a swing and a miss. What an opportunity for Emily. Emily Hott is one of those players that you feel like she's been in school forever.
Yes.
Because she's been a thorn in the side of the Sooners. She takes that pitch a little bit low. Just underway. You haven't missed anything if you're just tuning in. DJ Sanchez, I'm Chris Plank. Shades start to creep across the infield. That pitch, 1-1, misses just up and in, 2-1. But you like that spot? You got a smile on your face.
I love the location. I mean, she's been riding that curveball, and we're about to see her do it again against the lefty, but you got to keep her honest, especially someone like Emily Hott. But love the location up under the hands, sets up the curveball.
Swing and a miss. Almost on cue. It's like you've done this before or something.
Yeah, back in my younger days playing.
I'll tell you what, it was fun watching the pitch mix that Coach Rocha,
yes.
Jen Rocha, the Sooner pitching coach, had going this weekend against Tech. 2-2 pitch, a little bit up, full count. Crowd still filing in. They sold out. About mid-afternoon. And this is wild. Every section has someone in it, and there's no outfield seats. Full count pitch, staying alive as hot as she grounds it down the first baseline. What'd you see?
I didn't realize Emily Hott was from Edmond, Oklahoma
Yes.
until I took a look at the Jumbotron out in center field. So an Oklahoma native.
In fact, not just Edmond, Deer Creek.
There we go.
So she has had some kind of career for the Bears. Full count pitch again, froze her. Caught her looking. At curveball again, 2 away.
That is exactly why Kelly Maxwell got the start tonight against the Bears. So many lefties in this lineup. It's such a great matchup for her, and we saw it right there, freezing hot with a beautifully placed curveball at the knee. Great start so far in this ballgame for Kelly Maxwell.
Here's Shaylin Govan. Righty out of Katy, first pitch right in for strike one. We'd also like to welcome those of you that are hearing the broadcast tonight on ESPN+. This would typically be your Sooner Radio Network call, but obviously, with being in downtown Oklahoma City, kind of made it smooth just to get to hang with you tonight. The 0-1 is up and away. So we appreciate Jacob Potter and the Sooner Vision and ESPN Plus crew for making that a reality. Unless it got changed. Unless it's just silence on the ESPN Plus broadcast. Here's the 1-1 to the right-handed hitting Govan. Up and in. Just underway, scoreless. Friday night in the big town. Oklahoma and Baylor. The side of the Women's College World Series. USA Softball Hall of Fame Stadium, the softball capital of the world. Here's the 2-1 pitch from the lefty Maxwell, fouled off. 500 for Govan. She's had one heck of a start to her season. We're 25 games in, at least for Govan. Yeah. She's 30 for 60, 7 extra base hits, straight up 500 batting average. That's impressive.
And I'm with you. I saw it and I went,
what?
How many games has she started?
The 2-2. Got swing and hitting over. Kelly Maxwell dealing here early on a Friday night for the Baylor goes in order in the top half of the first. Here comes Jada Coleman. All white uniforms for the Sooners tonight. A sharp look as the first pitch misses outside for ball one. We got a lot of work still to do from our pregame show, DJ. You got to talk more about these Baylor Bears. We haven't even got to your keys yet. Weather.
I think I gave a pretty good weather report.
I felt good about it. The 1-0 to Coleman is a strike. Jada's average is at 417. 18 walks, add the hit by pitch, 2 of them, so 20 free passes for her this season. It's always been a strength of her game, her eye. She watches this one skip up from Crandall.
And you know, that's something that you don't see a lot of leadoff hitters have. That's not an attribute you see all the time from leadoff hitters who are as aggressive as Jada Coleman is. I mean, because she's so aggressive, but she does such a great job of seeing lots of pitches and finding her way on base.
2-1 skips up, 3-1.
So many times you have to have the conversation with some of your players, like your Jada Coleman-esque players, of see some more pitches for us. Like, let us get a little bit more of a feel, and she just does that so well.
Ball 4. I've been trying to work in like a lyric every time you walk, Jade. It's like, I knew you were trouble when you walked.
It'd be better if you sang it playing.
That's right. Because with Jada Coleman on first and Tiare Jennings stepping to the plate, Patty Gasso's not afraid for a little action, and time is called by our home plate umpire. That's Mike Burwell behind home plate. Garrett Knowles at first. Brian Crochet at third. He stands behind second as Jennings takes the first pitch up, ball 1. The shadows creep across the infield here at USA Softball Hall of Fame Stadium. In left field, Emily Hott is in the shade, as is Cran at third and Pylon at short, kind of. Jennings swings and fouls this one straight back. Ball and a strike. Is that a challenge now? Well, from the circle, from the rubber to home plate is all in the shade, shadow now. So you're in the shade. You're good now, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to sound so elementary of me, but I never got into the shadows too much. I'm going to be honest. As a pitcher, I never paid attention to it.
1-1. That looked low. 2 balls and a strike.
Now on the defensive side, the offensive side of it, that changes the game depending on how things are sitting. But right now, good spot.
Jennings coming off a ridiculous weekend in Lubbock. 2-1. Tried to protect the runner on a swing and a miss. The throw down. Jada danced around the tag. Now she's in a pickle, and Govan tags her out. Jennings missed on a hit and run. It's the first caught stealing of Jada Coleman this season. And as Coleman got to the bag, she stopped her slide, popped up, and I don't think they had originally tagged her because the umpire didn't make the call.
No, I love it. It's knowing the ball game. I mean, she slid, 3 feet in front of second base?
Yep. Here's the 2-2 now to Jennings. She takes ball 3 low and in. And Jennings was merely trying to protect the base runner. Shows you the creativity of Jada Coleman. I thought she was going to find a way to get back to the bag. One away for the Sooners. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Jennings. She lines one back up the middle. Base hit, Tiare. Stay hot, Tiare Jennings. Wow.
Love the adjustment. I mean, we go back to the hit and run. I mean, part of me doesn't part of me thinks it was a flat swing through by Tiara Jennings on the steal because
really?
it was flat. She wasn't even close on a pitch that was relatively easy to handle. I could be wrong, but I'm watching it on the replay. And one or two things. She either got fooled, which great adjustment at the end of the at-bat.
First pitch to Alyssa Brito. Ooh, she had that home run cut. Swings through it for strike one. That wind is just an absolute beast right now.
I think it was a hit and run, but we just don't see Tiara do that very often.
No.
I mean, it was a big miss on a pitch that could have been handled.
No balls in a strike. Brito. Take strike two. Brito had a big-time Wednesday night Grand Slam home run, hit 2 home runs on Sunday. She's down 0-2 here, though. Not necessarily a hitter's count, or at least for home run swings, as Crandall misses outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 434 is the season average for Brito. Second on the team with 9 home runs. Sooners have 2 players with 10 home runs. Can Brito be the third in double digits? The 1-2 is pop foul behind home plate. Uh-oh. I saw that one hit on the grandstand, and the fan went sprint. Okay, this place is filled in nicely. Wow. We see not the best vantage watching at home with some of the empty seats behind home plate, but that's not indicative of this night. 1-2. Brito had a big cut, fouls it back.
As a hack. One thing we haven't seen, and this is in her scattering report, one thing we haven't seen Crandall do too much yet, change speeds. Brito puts a swing like that on a ball, it may not be a bad time to pull it out of your pocket.
Crandall stalks the rubber. Now toes it, stares in, brings home the 1-2, and Brito lifts one deep to right center field, and a racing catch in the gap by Watson to take away extra bases. There's 2 away. Oh, Watson chased it down. Anna Watson in right center field and took away an extra base hit.
And as I'm up here thinking off speed, so is Alyssa Brito. You could see it in the approach. Absolutely reloaded. You can't hit a ball much better than that.
Here's the freshman Ella Parker. She takes the first pitch for a strike. The season numbers on Parker impressive. The true freshman heading into today leads the Sooners with a .438 average. Calm, cool, collected. Up and in. Ball and a strike. Just like DJ Mathis. Calm, cool, collected.
I don't know if those are ever words that got associated with me too much, Plank, but I'll take it.
It fits. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A little bit out, 2-1. I'll tell you what impresses me about Ella Parker, Deej, is her eye.
Yep.
A lot of times freshmen might be a little bit swing happy, not her.
No, she looks so seasoned in the box. I mean, she really and truly does, and it's something to see, especially for a freshman.
Well, 3 misses low and away.
Yeah, that discipline is something that you feel like sometimes develops over time with your younger players, and she's had it since the fall. I mean, I remember watching her in September, October, going, man, she does not look like a freshman in the box.
The 3-1 caught the edge, strike 2. It is, I mean, I don't know when you start excited about hitting streaks. So this is only a 3-game streak, but she is currently 6 for her last 12 and has scored 7 runs while driving in 5. The 3-2 is a little humpback liner to short. Nice play by Pylon to get it before it hit the dirt, or no? No, they're going to say it hit the dirt.
It absolutely did.
See if Glenn Moore protests this at all. You saw it from the start, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't think that it was a great play by Pylon, but she was not, you could see the dirt flying. I don't think that was her glove getting under it.
That would have been the second amazing play that Baylor has had this inning. Oh, here's Cassidy Pickering. She's due for one as she takes the first pitch a little bit out for ball 1. I say that after she homered on Wednesday night, but she's due.
Another freshman who just has discipline. I mean, flat out swings at good pitches, does not chase outside of her zone often.
Yeah. What'd you do, Deej?
Until I run my big mouth, and then there we go. Lesson learned.
She waves at one a little bit out of the zone, but it was a nasty pitch. We're just now seeing the replay of the looper, and yeah, that was. She didn't even try to sell it. She knew. 1-1. Boy, Pickering chased another one out and away for strike two. Sooner fans have poured in to OKC tonight. Scoreless game, bottom of the first, 2 away, the 1-2. She adjusts and pokes this one foul down the line. Look out. There was a fan that looked like he had just started making his way down to his seats in that first area. And as soon as that line drive came towards him, he froze. Don't blame him. Let's do this again. Runners at first and second, 2 away. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Pickering takes ball 2 outside. Is it me, or does this bottom half of the first seem like it's lasted an hour?
A minute. We don't even have any runs on the board.
None. Just the pitch clock is not visible here like it is at Love's Field, but it's still being kept. Here's a 2-2 pitch again. Pickering chased, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Crandall works out of a jam. By the way the Sooners were hitting the ball in that first, you get the feeling, you get the sense it might just be a matter of time here. Kudos to Jacob Potter and Jared and that crew. We've got Big 12 Women's Gymnastics Championships going on. We've got OU baseball at home. And this is the one game in Oklahoma City. So give that full broadcast tomorrow when we're back home at Love's Field as Abby Flores takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Hey, we got our third inning shout-outs coming up a little bit later on. Let us know where you're listening from at OU on the air. That's at OU on the air. We'll pick out a few, say thank you. Here's the 1-0 to the left-handed hitting Flores. That misses inside from Kelly Maxwell, too. Mary Thompson, a Sooner softball alum from Iowa, has tuned in. I saw already the Bryches had given us a hello. Always appreciate and enjoy whenever former players make it a part of their day to listen. 2-0 was fouled off by Flores. But let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Deej Kelly Maxwell falls behind 2 balls and a strike here. And there has been one of the, I guess you could say, concerns that Coach Gasso has expressed a few times this year, and that's the walks. So he's got to cut down the walks.
Yeah,
don't fall behind.
No question. And it's not just Kelly Maxwell, right? If you look at the staff as a whole, that has been an issue at times. Now, with that said, going through this lineup, as that one is popped sky high to right field.
Ooh, the shades for Pickering as she makes the catch one away.
But Maxwell's done a really good job here as of late, of working ahead in counts. Again, she fell behind there, but she made a quality 2-0 pitch to get back in the count. So I feel like that was something that was missing 3 weeks to a month ago from the staff as a whole, falling behind and then not making that 2-0 conversion pitch. And we're starting to see the staff do that, and I mean that's key.
First pitch to Sydney Collazos is a little bit away for ball 1. Collazos, flat out hit. Georgetown, Texas product. Takes the ball low. Unfortunately, the hot bat that got her in the lineup last year has struggled just a bit this season. She's down to 210. But she started now 23 of their 25 games. It's a good spot, but it's low and in. Ball 3.
And I like the adjustment. I mean, those back-to-back pitches coming from Maxwell, the 1-0 was a hair low. Good location, but the 2-0, it's a pretty nice spot. And I feel like that's a pitch we've seen called as a strike so far in this game.
Ooh, there's a 4-pitch walk to Collazos, and here's Casey West. I mistakenly spoke that into existence, so I would like to apologize.
We've done that a couple times tonight.
I am so
Here we go.
sorry.
going to be one of those nights.
You know what she's been doing? She's been pounding the zone. Here's Anna Watson. Or, pardon me, Casey West. I got ahead of myself. First pitch swinging, foul away. Casey West is another one of those players that you look down and realize this is a player we have seen a lot. And it's a credit to Glenn Moore that he's been able to keep players around, lost a few, but it's been a pretty consistent core. West, there you go. Take strike two.
Glenn Moore and his coaching staff, I mean, they've been there since before my time. And it's just always the consistency of his staff and the program. I mean, it speaks for itself and what they do.
0-2 is a looper on the infield. T.R.A. Jennings makes the catch. And there's two away. And here comes Anna Watson. I keep forgetting sometimes, too, is that Destiny McElroy calls it a bit of an optical illusion, where it seems like when you're here, there is so much space in the outfield.
And it really, there's not. No, I'm with you. It looks completely different.
First pitch fouled by Anna Watson.
And even at the World Series, when the outfield stands are there, you still get that same feeling that the outfield looks massive and that there's such a huge amount of foul territory.
The ball's in a strike. Maxwell trying to work around the one-out walk, fouled back.
Here's what I love about the two batters to follow up the walk to Collasos. 0-2 counts immediately. Right back in the counts, hammering the zone and making the adjustment as she goes through the bottom part of this lineup.
No balls and two strikes. The crowd in a frenzy early on here. Scoreless game. The pitch bounced to the right side. Foul. Just foul. Just foul. Well, the Sooners would be running back to the dugout. You just hear that. Yeah. A little nasty out there. It's driving me crazy, so don't worry. We'll fix it.
It's going to take some oomph to get something out of here to center field today. I'll say that.
Blowing out to right. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Kelly Maxwell, her third strikeout of the game. And she works around a one-out walk. Marriott.com/OKCNO. We're scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Sid Sanders will lead things off for the Sooners. First pitch to Sid is in for a strike as back to work goes Riley Crandall. No balls and a strike to Sid Sanders, who is coming off maybe one of the hottest streaks that we've ever seen. 0-1 is bounced back up the middle and through into center field. It's a base hit. Sid Sanders with the leadoff single. That's how you like to start an inning. Sooners have had the leadoff hitter in each of its at-bats. And here's Riley Ludlam. How about this spot for the Furman transfer? Come to Oklahoma, playing in a backup, Kinsey Hansen, and try to earn a spot. Injuries happen, and here you are.
And, you know, you always hate to see injuries, and beauty of it is hopefully we'll see Hansen here soon. But the cool part about it, though, is we really saw Ludlam kind of, I feel like coming off of the preseason, just absolutely kind of take advantage of opportunities when she got them. Pinch hit opportunities coming in, getting some things done. So I love seeing her in the starting spot.
First pitch misses in, ball one. Sooners already with 3 hits. Ludlam fouls that one straight back. 1 ball and 1 strike. I think the number that blows me away the most with Ludlam has been her ability over the last few games to draw walks. It's impressive. She waits here on the 1-1 pitch with a runner at first and nobody away. Good spot, strike 2, right on the inside edge. She has 14 walks this season, or at least has drawn 14 walks this season. And 9 of those 14 have been drawn over the last 4 games.
Oh, wow.
She was walked 8 times in the Tech series, but she's behind here 1 and 2. And misses a little low and in, 2 balls and 2 strikes. a lot of what made her a star at Furman. Good personality, too. Swing and a miss at the 2-2. And there's one away.
Say this. Riley Crandall getting some work done.
You know, there was a game last year in Waco that she really struggled and had troubles getting even out of an inning. Mm-hmm. And to see her bounce back so far is impressive as Hodge takes a strike. Sooners have pounded out 3 hits. Feel like a base runner has been on 4 hits, excuse me. Feel like a base runner has been on base pretty much the whole game, but they haven't been able to make him pay yet.
Well, I feel like what I'm watching, we're seeing the Sooners put really good hacks on the ball, mm-hmm. right? Fouling things straight back. Alyssa Burrito put a good swing on the ball as that pitch misses outside. But then you also see Crandall make some really good pitches. Like it's kind of like not Jekyll and Hyde, but I'm seeing really great pitches, and then I'm seeing some pitches I'm going, don't throw it there again, right? Like we're seeing a little bit of both sides of the coin from Crandall, but she's really throwing some good pitches at times.
1-1. Hodge slaps this one foul down the third baseline. Avery Hodge draws the start, her 12th start of the season. Speaking of players who have been on a hot streak as of recent, Hodge went 2 for 2 Sunday game against Texas Tech. She's 3 for her last 5 with 3-run score. She gets a piece of this to stay alive, a ball and 2 strikes. I say gets a piece of it, might have been her best cut. Destiny and Cody, I almost said Martinez again. McElroy are in the booth. They brought their baby. It's a distraction to everybody.
I can't. I'm melting over here. I can't.
Here's the 1-2. Popped up behind home plate. There's no room. Destiny, sit down. Get comfy, guys. I'm going to take an inning off here and play with your baby when it wakes up. The best athlete here in the Soul Stadium, though, might be in our booth right now, Cody, right? He can do anything. A ball and 2 strikes. Hodge waits, scoreless game. Runner at first, 1 away, the pitch. Oh, she lifts one deep to left field, but perfectly played by Hodge. And there's 2 away.
It's a good at-bat by Avery Hodge. Seeing pitches and finding something she can handle. Again, you get that feeling from the swings that are being put on the ball. It's a matter of time, right? Seeing good foul balls, hard outs. The singles we've seen have been on the dirt. So good flow, I feel like, the first time through the lineup so far.
Boone takes the first pitch a little low and away for ball 1. They're going to check with the first base umpire. They say he didn't go. Speaking of players who have been on here, do I say that after every batter?
Yeah,
Speaking of players who have been on a hot streak.
I think it's a compliment, right?
5-game hitting streak for Boone. She takes 1-0 for a strike. In that 5-game hitting streak, she's got 9 hits, 3 multi-hit games, and she scored a run in every single game as well. The 1-1. Tried to bunt, missed it. Frustrated Boone kicks the dirt on the inside chalk line. I should say doesn't kick it, maneuvers it. Is a better way to put it. There wasn't too much anger there. Here's the 1-2 pitch with Sid Sanders at first. This is just a bit outside, 2-2.
That's a good take. And I feel like it's been established. The river is not quite there yet. We're not seeing Maxwell get that call. We're not seeing Crandall get that call. So that's a really great take by Riley Boone.
2 balls, 2 strikes. How about a 2-out base hit here, Booney? The pitch. Grounds this one softly past the pitcher. Is there a play? No! It's thrown into the outfield. Rounding third and heading home is Sanders. She'll score. Boone on her way to third. Riley Boone creating chaos, and Baylor blinks first. It's 1-0 Sooners.
Riley Boone finding a way to get it done. However, if I'm Casey West, the Baylor second baseman, I make contact with Sydney Sanders. Not in a malicious way.
We saw it happen this weekend.
I make contact with Sydney Sanders. You're out of the inning. Done. Because she went right by her, and instead we saw Casey West kind of pull up and then feel rushed to get Riley Boone at first base. And now you're rolled back over to Jada Coleman. But if you are in that position, you make contact with Sydney Sanders.
Here's Jada with a runner at third now. Still 2 away. Jada lifts one deep to center field. And arranging over is Strain. It'll actually be hot. That ball drifted all the way to left center field and makes the catch and ends the inning. But the Sooners strike first on a Baylor mistake. And as we head to the third, it's Oklahoma 1, Baylor nothing. We saw it happen this weekend for Oklahoma as Baylor will lead things off in the top of the third inning with Lee Cran. We saw that happen for Oklahoma over the weekend. Cran rips one to left field, but right at Boone, one away. I really want to ask you this question.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, I'm going to... The action on the
I'm
field
ready.
is interrupting this now. It happened on Sunday.
Yep.
You saw Avery Hodge collide with a player. They even reviewed it because it looked like she had instigated the contact. But there would have been no doubt.
No.
I mean, that would have been probably an easy out.
As soon as I kind of was watching, because it was a great pitch by Crandall. Riley Boone got jammed, right? And just watching it all unfold as that pitch misses. Oh, I said it misses. Called strike.
Presley
I like
Pylon, 9-hole hitter.
But watching it unfold, I'm going the entire time thinking that Casey West was going to continue to charge, and then she just she hit the brakes a bit.
There's a strike.
But that would have been a no-doubter, and it wouldn't have been anything that got argued one way or another because, I mean, Sydney Sanders, the timing was there.
Pylon, the starting shortstop, is hitting just .206 this season. Here's the 0-2 pitch, foul back. In fact, I don't know if we ever got to give the full breakdown of our Riverwind Casino keys to the game. Riverwind Casino, always a good time, but you had talked about it. Take care of the top of the lineup at Baylor. Don't let them beat you because the rest of it's kind of struggling.
It is. I mean, you look at the top 1 through 4, that's where all the run production is coming from. That's where the RBI is. You look at the 5 through 9, they're all hitting sub 300.
Fouled off.
I mean, and also, you compound that, 3 of the 5 lefties are in the lineup are in the 1 through 4. So you've got to take advantage of that lefty-lefty matchup and not let the top of the lineup kill you because you should be able, in theory, to make good pitches and take care of the 5 through 9.
Here's the 0-2. Ooh, just misses outside.
Oh, but I like that spot.
I love that spot. I am tempted to open the windows. DJ, remind me not to do this.
Yeah, it's windy playing, and it's blowing straight in.
The last time I did it, papers were flying. Why do I keep trying to? The 1-2. That's a hard hit ball right at Jada. Ooh, that's back-to-back big swings from Baylor, but there's 2 away. Concerns?
I love the 0-2 location. I don't care for the 1-2 location. That 0-2 pitch, beautiful location, ahead in the count, set up an opportunity to really get in on the hands. Just a miss by Kelly Maxwell, but goes down as an out. Take it and be on your way.
Turn the lineup over to Taylor Strain with 2 away. She shows bunt, takes a strike, first time up. A ground out to second, where Avery Hodge is starting tonight. Lights are starting to come on here at Oklahoma City.
I'll say there's still people just getting here, I think, too.
I think you're right. The 0-1 is bounced foul. There is, I'm still working on my best route. There's got to be a secret route, right? No offense to I-35 around this area. For those of you maybe coming up from Baylor, maybe Waco, that would be. Those of you from Tulsa or OKC, just an area of town you want to avoid with all the traffic.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Skips in. And then you throw in a sold-out crowd trying to get on exit 132A. It's not a fun place to be. You want to make sure that you are inside the real fun place to be. You're not waiting to get inside of it. I need a shortcut is what I'm talking about. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Strain.
Good pitch.
Did she go? They check the third base umpire quickly. He says no.
That's where the 1-2 to Pylon was supposed to be. It's a nice location. Great job by Strain of laying off, but that's the pitch because it sets up the next pitch in the sequence.
Crowd starts to clap. Grounder right side. Nice job by Sanders. Takes it on a hop. Gets it to the bag. Inning over. A rather fast top half of the third as Oklahoma takes its 1-zip lead to the bottom. When we come back, all right, Jennings will lead things off. Bottom of the third. Thanks for tuning in. Like Tina is in Georgia. Our buddy Jerry Isbell. Doug Hamilton down in Hockley, Texas. Tim LaValle has tuned in the front row behind home plate while watching his daughter Audrey play for Baylor. Buddy Travis watching from L. Dell Mitchell Park, getting set for OU baseball as the first pitch to TRA is up and away for ball one. Yeah, first pitch about 10 minutes away for Oklahoma and West Virginia over in Mitchell Park. Party on, Trav. Here's the 1-0 to Jennings. Takes it high. Jennings singled in the first inning, but was stranded at second base. One of three runners the Sooners have left tonight, leading 1-zip in the bottom of the third inning. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Jennings takes strike one. Rissa and Eric Holquin are listening as they cruise back from Florida, or to Florida from Grand Cayman. You never want to leave when that happens.
No joke.
Right? Mark Worley, always in Chagrin Falls, Ohio. The 2-1 pitch. Good spot. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Battleboro, Vermont.
Never been there.
Can't say I have been either. But that's where they're tuned in tonight. It's new. Battleboro, Vermont. Nancy. Jennings rips this one down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble. It hits just inside the foul pole on the left field wall, and it's a leadoff double from TRA. I mean, that ball was lasered down the line, and DJ, it hit right next to the foul pole on the fence.
That's a piece of hitting. Oh, my goodness. Just keeping her hands inside the ball. And not a bad pitch coming from Riley Crandall. I mean, it was in on Jennings' hands, and she did just such a great job of staying inside the ball.
Glenn Moore is out talking to the home plate umpire. They're going to bring him together. He's going to challenge this. He's not going to have an angle on it. We're watching the replay that the umpire is going to get right now here in our broadcast booth. And, yeah, that replay is going to show a fair ball. So there's not a bunch of different angles, unless, of course, this is my big frustration. If I may vent for a moment, now that we're on ESPN Plus tonight, it would be nice to know truly what's being reviewed.
Yep, absolutely.
Was there something else that he saw? Did he see Jennings miss first base? Is there something about where she stepped? We don't know what they're reviewing. We just have to assume, and they don't make a clarification. So I don't know if it would just be a quick announcement or something, but it'd be nice to know what the actual review is. Here's the other part of it. Assuming this stands. Currently standing on second base is the all-time career leader for doubles in the history of Oklahoma Sooner softball, in TRA Jennings. If this stands, if this holds, I don't see how it could possibly be anything but a leadoff double.
Safe. Yep.
History. TRA Jennings is the all-time doubles leader in Oklahoma softball lore. 59 career doubles.
And that one is as impressive as any of the others. The way that it was done and the pitch that she handled.
Here's Alyssa Brito. Blow this thing open. First pitch. Line back up the middle. Takes a hop. Nice play. It's short by West. Throws to first, and they get Brito. That ball, Pylon. That ball hung in the air forever. Pylon was charging it off the hop. They get Brito, but Jennings stands at third.
I love Ella Parker, the freshman, in this spot. Opportunity to put another run on the board. It'd be great to see a crooked number.
First pitch to Parker is in for a strike. Ella Parker singled her last time up. Man.
I almost said a legitimate run on the board. Like the first one didn't count.
You're mad about the lack of
I'm not mad about it.
I know you're not mad.
I'm a little mad about it.
Dirt awareness,
yes.
man.
But I want to see some run production.
There you go.
That's what I want to see.
0-1 misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's a Sooner run. This is Sooner Vision on ESPN Plus, so we're allowed to say we're cool with it. But just see him go base to base, manufacture one here. The 1-1. Parker bounces it towards short. Pylon makes the play, looks back to Jennings, makes sure she stays at third, and throws across to get Parker. Pretty big-time play by Pylon over at short. Can't really break, right? I don't think Patty Gasso in a one-zip game wants to risk losing a runner.
No, and Pylon's shown back-to-back. She's got the arm. But, again, Pickering, an opportunity, not a great at-bat back in the first. She struck out on some pitches outside the zone. So an opportunity here for Pickering.
First pitch is a strike. By the way, I was giving the shout-outs, and I mentioned that Tim was listening in, right? Tim LaValle. Audra LaValle was the former Sooner who went on to Arkansas, had a great career. Her daughter is Zadie, who I'm sure we'll see catch at some point tonight. I love the LaValles. Here's the 0-1 to Cassidy Pickering. That's a little bit low. Yeah, I saw Audra LaValle went on, had a nice career at Arkansas, which surprisingly enough still has a link because she was part of that 2019 recruiting class. Sorry, 2019 recruiting class. 1-1 is bounced towards the circle. Nice play by Crandall. Throws to first, and they get Pickering. Inning is over. 1-zip Sooners along with DJ Sanchez. I'm Chris Plank. Man, I can't even begin to thank everyone who's checked in tonight. Bradley, Dallas Sooner, our buddy Evan, Bobby McKay, Coach Moy as the first pitch is in for a strike. Mark Crane, Richmond, Virginia. And, it's kind of wild. You think about the move from Marita Hines to Lovesfield and how many things changed for the good, obviously. The 0-1 pitch is a bunt by Hott. Ludlam pops out, throws. Emily Hott beats it out. They're just lurking. It's kind of what they did last week, too, against Kansas. Hott is aboard, and it's the first time tonight that Baylor has had its leadoff hitter aboard, and it comes here in the top of the fourth inning in a one-zip game. But I was mentioning how, you sit maybe in a different spot. You're not around the same people. So I just saw our buddy Tim and Erica check in, and they would sit right in front of us when we were at Marita Hines.
Yep.
So, Tim, Erica, we miss you. Glad you're here tonight. First pitch to Shayla Govan. Misses in. Govan was finally retired because she's been on fire so far this season. So her average dropped below 500.
It's a tough thing about having a 500 average, right?
It's 492. The 1-0 is popped foul down the right side and out of play. How about what we get so caught up sometimes, at least I do, when I'm watching a pitcher have success against this Oklahoma offense. It's, wow, okay, what's going on here? Seems inevitable that the offense will get going. You almost lose sight of how good Kelly Maxwell has been this evening.
Yeah, she's been solid. Hott laying down the bunt to start this inning. That pitch just misses outside for ball 2. Kind of just shows this Baylor team kind of trying to grasp and go, let's find a way to apply some sort of pressure, because Baylor really hasn't applied any pressure so far in this ball game.
It's first hit of the game.
Yep.
2 balls and a strike. Maxwell rocks, fires. Govan takes it, ball 3. Restless with the 3-1 count. The dangerous Govan. She has 3 home runs on the season. That actually leads all the starters for Baylor. This isn't a squad that's had a lot of big bombs this season. All 4. Runner was going to. Hold up. Or was it? Did he call that a strike?
He absolutely did.
Wow. Runner goes then and gets the bag. Lynn Moore can't believe it. He's barking down at the home plate umpire.
Here's the deal. That hasn't been a strike all game.
Wow.
On anybody. Now, big spot here for Kelly Maxwell. to make a pitch here.
Yeah, Patty Gasso's going to come out now, and she's going to argue. Coach Maria Hines checked in and said she's with you, DJ. She wants to see some run production here tonight. I agree.
I'm in good company then.
You're in good company tonight. All right, so what do you think the question here is from Coach? Is it clarific? Okay, maybe it was interference with the batter.
I think it was Govan walking as if she had walked. Yep, I think that's exactly what it is.
She walked right in front of the batter of the catcher Ludlam.
But it doesn't look like anything's going to come of it.
Well, I've really, really overread some of the stuff this past weekend after the obstruction debate from the weekend with Avery Hodge. And you really got to make pretty good contact, I think, as a batter in order to truly draw that interference call. Full count on a pitch that we thought was ball 4. Yep. See if Kelly Maxwell can do something, and she can. Swing and a miss. Govan frustrated, kicks the barrel of her bat. That's a big out with, at least from an average perspective, one of their last big threats in the lineup. One away.
And that's a big pitch. The best part of all of it, Kelly Maxwell working back from being behind in the count and making a 3-2 pitch.
Ball in the dirt. Ludlam has it get away from her. For a moment, Emily Hott stopped between second and third. She picked it back up, stands on third. 1-0 Sooners, tying run 60 feet away. Ludlam, Riley Ludlam, you don't have an option. You got to be healthy. He's kind of walking that one off a little bit. Jenna Rocha steps out of the dugout.
A little bit of gamesmanship by the home plate umpire, too, I think, giving Ludlam a minute.
Coach Rocha has walked out now with today's home plate umpire, Mike Burwell, to check a little bit on Riley Ludlam. Coach Rocha puts her hand on her shoulder, gets the affirmation that all is good, and walks back towards the dugout. Runner at third, off the wild pitch. And we're ready. Abby Flores is the hitter for the Bears. Lefty-lefty matchup, and she lines one into left field. It's a base hit, and we're tied. A clutch one-out single from Abby Flores. And Baylor has knotted this game up. When Glenn Moore met with our crew yesterday, his point charge challenge was, we got to have a clutch hit. It was something they didn't have against Kansas, and they get it there from Abby Flores. Tie game.
This team, what makes this Baylor team and has always made this program so good is they take advantage of opportunities. I mean, that's what Baylor does.
First pitch to the catcher, Collasos, is in for a strike.
But they apply just like that. I feel like this half inning has been so Baylor, right? Mm-hmm. Lay down a bunt, steal a couple bags, and then get your clutch hit. I mean, that's just what this offense does. They're not a power team. They're not. They haven't been at all this season. But that is where their run production comes from.
0-1 misses Loan in, a ball and a strike. Sooners have out-hit Baylor 5-2, but Oklahoma just hasn't been able to take advantage of their scoring opportunities. They've left 4 runners on base tonight. Here's the 1-1. Popped up, shallow right field. Pickering's got a good beat on it, makes the catch, and there's now 2 away. Starts with a bunt?
Yep.
Starts with a bunt.
There's part of me that loves it, right? And it's old school, short game, put pressure on a defense and flare something in softball. And we don't see it that often anymore. And that's okay, too. The other side of it's awesome as well, but it's just flat out manufacturing runs.
First pitch, swing and a miss from West. She lined out to short her last time up. Sooners defense has maintained the same. Sanders at first. Hodge at second. Jennings at short. Brito at third. Bouncer, slow roller to third. Brito's up with it, throws across, and that'll do it. But Baylor gets the equalizer. Off.
Number 1, Sydney
The wind has died down a bit here tonight, so I've taken advantage of it. I've opened the window. It's a rally starter.
I like where your head's at.
It's a rally starter. Sanders tonight, she singled and scored the only run of the game. That came on the throwing error. Knotted up at one. Sooners have out-hit Baylor 5-2. 1-0. That's in for a strike, 1-1.
And this is a spot, Sanders, Ludlam, Hodge, in the lineup right now that need to take a little bit of momentum here.
Mm-hmm.
Baylor putting up the run. You can't let Crandall settle in.
Sanders pops one into shallow center field, racing out is another nice play by Pylon, the shortstop, to make the catch, and there is one away. Pylon's been really good over at short. Sanders is retired for the first time tonight. Here's Riley Ludlam, a strikeout victim her last time up. Most impressive performance of the weekend for Riley Crandall came in the second game. She pitched 6 innings in both games she started as the first pitch misses low and in. Baylor was swept by Kansas, but 12 innings, she only gave up 7 hits and 4 runs. All 4 were earned, though, as Ludlam takes it low and away. Update.
Okay.
She gave up 4 runs, only 3 of them were earned.
Okay. Now the run here tonight's unearned.
Yep. She's been the best pitcher consistently for a beat-up Baylor team. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Ludlam. That skips up for ball 3. That might have caught her home plate umpire.
The stat that stood out to me when I was looking at Crandall's line on the season, opponent's only hitting 188 against her. I mean, and she's thrown over 60 innings at this point. So finding a way to get outs.
The 3-0. Ball 4. There you go. Now, this is where we take you back to April 22nd of last year, whenever Baylor came to Norman. It was a rough outing for Riley Crandall, and it was because of the walks. Going to get a pinch runner. It'll be Maya Bland that'll pinch run here. She pitched an inning, but after having a decent inning, she walked 3 straight batters, and that was it. Very talented family. Her sister is a rock star, played at OCU. There's Avery Hodge.
Expect to see a little bit of short game.
First pitch misses low and away, ball 1.
I mean, this part in the lineup, Maya Bland at first, Hodge, Boone on deck. Opportunity to put some of that pressure back on this Baylor defense because I don't feel like they've felt it too much.
You would be correct. Here's the 1-0 pitch with a speedy Bland at first. Hodge stayed committed to the bunt. Strike 1, missed it. By the way, the walk to Riley Ludlam is now her 14th walk of the season. She's 4th on the team. The 1-1 pitch to Hodge. Up high, Bland. Big jump off the bag. 2 balls and a strike. Hodge, her last time up, flied out to left field. I think I mistakenly said last year in Norman for the Baylor series. It was last year down in Waco whenever Crandall struggled with her control. She's bounced back in a big way tonight. The 2-1 is a slapper back up the middle, right on the bag. That's where Casey West was playing. Forces out Bland for 1, but Hodge beats it out. Slow roller, and Casey West could not have been more perfectly positioned.
And just in on Avery Hodge's hands.
1-1 game. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's Riley Boone.
Now, Boone caused very similar situation, just like this.
Created some havoc.
Yep. 2 outs, runner at first.
First pitch to the Sooner outfielder is a beautiful bunt out in front of the plate. There won't be a play anywhere. Here comes on her way to third. Hodge, she's out. What a play from left field from Hott to come in and cover the bag. And as Hodge went sliding into third, Hott tags her out. Boone will get credit for the hit. But 1-1 game with DJ Sanchez. I'm Chris Plank. Alvin Phippen is our producer. Hitting off is Anna Watson. First pitch in the fifth is a little bit in, ball one. Fifth inning's brought to you by the Hal Smith Restaurant Groups. Can never go wrong with the Hal Smith Restaurant Groups. The incredible array of restaurants, HalSmithRestaurants.com. Watson a strikeout victim her last time up, swings through the 1-0.
7, 8, 9. Again, no one hitting over 300 in the 7, 8, 9 part of this lineup. This is a spot for Kelly Maxwell to get this team back in the dugout.
1 ball and a strike. In tight at third is Brito, is right there for strike 2. Nicole May bounces out of the Sooner dugout, heads down to the bullpen. Same defense for the Sooners that started the game that's been in all game. The 1-2, just getting a piece of it to stay alive is Anna Watson. Sid Sanders is been pretty much going the whole way at first base this year. She's well off that first base bag, well off the right field line. Hodge at second, shaded a bit more towards the bag, as is Jennings at short. Brito step in off the line at third. The 1-2 pitch, grounded to that right side, backhanded by Sanders, takes it herself, one away. Bob Moore Ford is proud to honor service members through the Patriot of the Game. To nominate a Patriot, visit BobMooreFord.com/heroes. All the Bob Moore Ford people out here pregame. What a great group. What an awesome, awesome way to show our appreciation for military members. It was a cool showing pregame here. First pitch to Leah Cran is grounded back up the middle of base hit. Cran, who had struggled this year, hitting just .275. This is her 14th start, and she gets hit number 12 on the season.
And Cran, I mean, she squared a pitch up back in the third in her at bat, right at Riley Boone. But I mean, 2 of the hardest hit balls we've seen off Maxwell have been off of Cran's bat here tonight. Pylon, who steps into the box, also one of the hardest hit balls we've seen tonight. Just happened to be right at Jada Coleman.
It's a lefty-lefty matchup, and the first pitch is a little low and in for ball 1. Kelly Maxwell has had success against Baylor in her career. Never lost to the Bears. 1-0 pitch is in for a strike. 4-0, 3 career starts. This tonight is the first earned run she's given up to Baylor in her career. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Bounce to the right side. Hodge chases it down. The only play will be to first, and there's 2 away. Heading into tonight, and including tonight, heading into tonight, a 3 career in that 4-0 record, 25 innings pitched. 29 strikeouts, 10 walks, and no earned runs. So it took, 30 1/3 for Baylor to finally get a run off Kelly Maxwell? I'd say that's pretty good by Maxwell.
Yeah.
There's Taylor Strain with 2 away, and knowing a majority of this is the same lineup for Baylor. First pitch strike. Aaliyah Binford is another one of their stars that really know what her availability is going to be. She's an absolute athlete for them. There's a ground ball that stays fair right in front of the plate. Ludlow pops out, makes the play easy in the 5th for the Sooners. And work around is Kelly Maxwell, a 1-out single by Leah Cran. And as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, we're tied. It's 1-1 between Oklahoma and Baylor. This is Sooner softball from Learfield. better time than now. Jada Coleman, it's bottom of the 5th inning. We're tied at 1. What a night for Riley Crandall in the circle after leaving after an inning last year, visibly disappointed. She has spun a gem here tonight. 1-1 game, 6 hits for the Sooners, 3 for Baylor, and Jada Coleman will lead things off. First pitch is low, ball 1. With DJ Sanchez, I'm Chris Plank. Our producer is Aubin Fippen. Thanks for spending time with us tonight. It's been a fun one, a nerve-wracking one. The 1-0 pitch to Jada is a little bit in. 2 balls and no strikes. 1-1, 1-0, 2-0. Math is hard in the broadcast booth.
I'm no help in that department.
Do you know the happiest I've been is I can open the window now? The flags are at rest for now. Here's the 2-0. Coleman takes it high, ball 3 tonight. Jada Coleman has been her typical Jada Coleman self. She's 0 for 1 with a walk. Last time up, she flied out to left field. Somebody forgot to put that in their scorebook. Not here to point any fingers. Coleman takes strike 1. Tiare Jennings waits on deck. You know, it's interesting. One of the keys to DJ that you had tonight, your Riverwind Casino keys, was control the top of the lineup for Baylor.
Yep.
Now, let's get the top of the lineup going for the Sooners. 3-1. And I didn't mean to. Check swing, and Jada's mad about it. Don't blame her.
Little defensive swing, check swing, no less, coming from Jada Coleman.
What a great crowd tonight.
Yes.
I don't know how many of you have your AirPods or earbuds in at the stadium. This is a great, fun crowd. They're into it. They're ready to explode. The 3-2 is ball 4. Jada Coleman throws the bat and shakes the left arm a little bit. It's the second time Jada Coleman has reached here tonight. And for Riley Crandall, it's walk number 3. What a moment. Wind, what had been such a factor early on, is just dead here right now as the first pitch to Jennings is in for a strike. 2 for 2 tonight, a single, a double. Jennings' season average up to 438 this season. Whenever she bats with a runner aboard, she's hitting 453. The 0-1 pitch. This is out, 1-1. Anything you're seeing here is an adjustment from Crandall, DJ?
She's just trying to be too fine. I mean, she's really done a good job so far in this game, just throwing her pitches, and you can see her trying to nibble on the plate instead of just letting her pitches work.
The 1-1. Jennings swings and drills one deep to right center field, and it's gone! TRA launches one over the right center field wall. Oh, this place is electric. It's 3-1 Oklahoma. What a night for TRA.
And there's the rescue run, falling behind an account to Tiare Jennings, who's already been seeing the ball well tonight. And just like that, tell you what, can't defend walks and you can't defend the long ball. Both of them here in the 5th.
3-1 Sooners. Here's Brito. Home runs this season are presented by the hardworking people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas. Brito is 0 for 2 tonight. Last time she was 0 for 2 in a game, she bombed back-to-back home runs. She takes a strike here. She got a little pep in her step here. Alyssa Brito looks like she's got some juice.
I feel like Brito always looks like she has juice.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. A mile-high pop-up on the infield. Who wants it? Casey West calls for it and makes the catch. And there's one away. 3-1 Sooners on the 2-run home run from Tiare Jennings. Chalk up for Tiare on the season. Home run number 11. RBI 38 and 39. Here's Ella Parker. She's 1 for 2. First pitch, good pitch, strike one. We'd like to thank Love's Travel Stops as the presenting sponsor of OU Softball. Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. OG&E, we energize life. 0-1 is lifted foul down the left field line and slicing out of play. Oh no. Fan had it go right through his hands. We have been a crowd that's been making plays, DJ, in Love's Field. We can't have it all fall apart when we go to a neutral side. Come on. No balls in 2 strikes. Parker waits. The pitch from Crandall.
Nope.
1-2, but held her swing back on a pitch low and away. I was worried.
Ella Parker. Again, just the discipline from the freshman.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Parker. She lines one into center field. It's a base hit. Man, this kid can hit. I mean, Ella Parker can flat out mash, and she lines her second hit of the day into center field.
Unreal. I want to see Cassie Pickering have an at-bat here.
It's kind of been a tough night.
Yes.
Maybe it's because I forgot to mention that I had heard from her grandma and grandpa. Maybe I forgot to bring that up. Maybe that's why. The first pitch is in.
She's really gone outside of her zone so far in this game tonight. So I really want to see her make an adjustment against Crandall and wait for a pitch that she can drive instead of putting swings on pitchers' pitches, because I feel like that's what we've seen from her so far in this ballgame.
There's a foul straight back. How I've missed the wooing of the softball that rolls down the net and somehow nearly took out Jada Coleman. One ball, one strike to Pickering. There's that big hack swing and a miss. Is that a good pitch that Tiare hit out? Was it a little bit outside, or she missed a spot?
I think she missed a spot, 2-0. But I say that, I mean, doesn't matter what you throw at Tiare tonight, she's going to hit it hard, right?
Here's the 1-2. Hard hit ball. Yeah. There! Down the third baseline. Pickering goes the other way. And a kid. There's a freshman at second. There's a freshman at first. There's only one out in the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's 3-1.
Favorite part about all of that is Pickering's reaction. She gets to first, laughing, just kind of going, okay, there it is, and making the adjustment. We haven't seen her handle that pitch on the outer half.
Sanders with a runner. It's freshman at first, freshman at second. Pickering at first, Parker at second. Here we go. It's 3-1 OU. One away. Righty-righty matchup. Infield slightly in as the first pitch to Sanders is slow and away. I say slightly because of where Cran was. She was in, but not all the way in.
Well, one thing Binford does well, she keeps the ball down, right? She changes speeds, has a pretty good drop ball, mix in the curveball, but she keeps the ball down. So Baylor here trying to get a little ground ball, get out of an inning.
This pitch is called a strike. We mentioned the great atmosphere here tonight. Don't forget, we've got a midweek game against Tulsa coming up right here. We can do this again. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Sanders waits on it, takes it low, 2-1. 8,798 the attendance for tonight. Thank you, Sooner Nation. And a crowd that has been into it. And they're ready to explode with one swing of the bat from Sid Sanders, who's ahead 2-1. The pitch at off speed. She wanted to, but she takes it.
And back-to-back off-speed pitches from Binford.
Binford, by the way, finally a senior out of New Braunfels, Texas. She plays some infield. Their starting shortstop last year before she got hurt. 2-2. Sanders grounds it foul down the third baseline.
Such a change of pace from Crandall to Binford. Mixing speeds immediately.
All all their pitchers had great weekends last weekend against Kansas. They just couldn't get the big hit. Pitch, Sanders pops it foul down the right side, heads up. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3 runs on now 9 hits for the Sooners. A run on 3 hits, an error for the Bears. Wind has died. The 2-2 pitch fouled off. That was the fastball. There was a fan ready to risk it all. My man was protecting those in front of him. Still missed it.
So does that count?
I don't know. That's a good question. Do it again. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Really nice job by Collasos. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
It's a good at-bat by City Sanders. Seeing a lot of pitches from Binford. Starting to see her sit late. We saw her flare that fastball into the right side.
Full count pitch. Ball 4. Bases loaded for Riley Ludlam. How about chalking up for Sid Sanders on the season? Her team leading 23rd walk.
Such a disciplined at bat. I mean, she saw fastballs, she saw change. I think she saw 4 or 5 changeups in that at bat alone.
A walk and a strikeout. That's what Riley Ludlam's done tonight. Infield in, first pitch, a little bit out, ball 1.
Speaking of someone who is going to see a lot of pitches.
Yes. Riley Ludlam will make you throw it. Binford got the win in the Baylor win last year over Oklahoma. Has a pitch and misses way out to him. She went 3 innings, gave up 2 runs, couple of hits, struck out 2, walked 1, then was injured and was lost for the season for Baylor. Slow process getting her back. The 2-0. All 3, that didn't seem like it missed by much. Three balls, no strikes with the bases loaded and 1 out. Oh, you're looking to add to its 3-1 lead. The pitch to Ludlam. Way up, ball 4. It's 4-1 Sooners on a bases loaded walk to Riley Ludlam. I don't know how much longer Glenn Moore can go with this.
This game has been tight in every facet. I mean, 4-1, this ballgame's not over, but bases loaded, 1 out, this can get out of hand real quick. So, but you also, it's a long weekend. You can't start pouring into your bullpen, I mean, like crazy. So it's a little bit of a tough spot here, but Binford's got to throw strikes.
Alina Torres will pinch it. Tonight's game broadcast is brought to you by the Omni OKC. Your perfect getaway awaits you in the Omni OKC. 1 away. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 3-run 5th, and the Sooners are up 4-1. Along with DJ Sanchez, I'm Chris Plank. And Core is checked in to be the pinch runner at 3rd. First pitch is in for a strike. So Core pinch runs for Pickering. So Core is at 3rd. Sanders is now at 2nd, and Riley Ludlam stays in at 1st. Torres hit 2 home runs on Wednesday night. The 0-1 is way out to 1 ball and a strike. Four to 1, the Sooners have the lead. Looking to add to it. The 1-1 pitch to Torres. Way out in front on the swing and a miss.
Binford's off speed is filthy. Absolute filth. And I go back to Sydney Sanders and her at-bat. I mean, she saw multiple speeds in one at-bat and just showed such great discipline.
1-2 way outside, 2-2. Seems like she's missing with velocity, though.
She is.
Overthrowing, maybe?
I think a bit. You can see a little bit of the frustration as she's getting the ball going back before she toes the rubber. But, again, Binford has good stuff.
2-2 is hammered pretty deep to left field. It's a grand slam home run. Alina Torres leaves the yard again. And just like that, it's 8-1 Sooners in the bottom of the 5th inning. Alina Torres, have a week. Wow.
And that looks like it's going to be the day for Binford.
Unbelievable. Torres' last 4 at-bats, her last 4 plate appearances. Home run, a fly ball to center field, and a grand slam home run.
And let's not forget, she just did that cold coming off the bench.
On the season, West 11th appearance overall. She's 3-1 with a .88 ERA. Here's Riley Boone. She's already got 2 hits tonight. First pitch to Boone is lifted pretty deep to left center field. It's down. It'll hit off the wall, and Riley Boone, the game-ending run, stands at second base. She's 3 for 3 on the night, baby. What a night for Boone.
An offense that started this game a little slow as far as taking advantage of runners in scoring position has absolutely exploded. This has escalated quickly, Blank.
It's like that great meme with the anchor man. That escalated quickly. Jada killed a man.
Be careful.
The
Be careful what you put out there.
leadoff walk started it.
This is true.
She shows a bunt, and West comes up and in. Coleman, she's saying she got hit. She starts to jog down to first base, but she has a smile on her face. Yeah, they're checking with everybody. So either it was a pretty good acting job by Jada, or they're fine with it. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Jada outside. You know what here's what I'm rooting for. Here's what I'm rooting for.
A triple from Tiare Jennings.
How'd you know?
We got that going on, Plank.
You've never had a player hit for the cycle in Oklahoma Sooner softball history. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Coleman. But out ball 3.
Dangerous place to be with Jennings on deck.
I don't think it's going to be possible, though. Because, let's say,
Boone will score
before she can get to third. Boy, I'm really putting the cart before the horse here. The 3-0 is ball 4. Why not? Why not? The 10th batter this inning will be Tiare Jennings, who is 3 for 3 on the night with a single, a double, and a 2-run home run, which were the first 2 runs of this inning. And here, let's Tiare just bookend this. Just bookend it. Home run, walk it off, send everyone home happy. First pitch is way up and away, ball 1. Time is called. And taking a look at the softball.
You know, I'll say this. I mean, we're up here obviously calling Sooner Radio Network, right?
Very much so.
The pitcher in me, this has been such a well-played, well-thrown game by Baylor pitching up into this inning, right? And then the wheels have fallen off. 4 walks.
1-0 pitches in for a strike, 1-1.
But, I mean, from a staff that has really been solid, and also, and Crandall throwing so well in this ball game, it just, wheels have absolutely fallen off.
Here's the 1-1 to Tiare. In the dirt, 2-1. Casey West moved from second to first. Second to pitch. Govan's still over at first. Cran has moved from third to second. Brought Vovoda off the bench to play third. The outfield remains the same. Hot and left, Strain and center on a Watson out and right. It's a 2-1 pitch to Tiare Jennings. Game-ending run is at second. Jennings takes ball 3 way outside. This was a 1-1 game when this inning started. It's now 8-1.
1-1 tied-up game where Baylor felt like they had some momentum, you know? Just how quickly things turned
Ball 4. Bases are loaded for Alyssa Brito.
And that is the 5th walk in this inning by Baylor pitching.
The last time Alyssa Brito batted with the bases loaded, she hit the longest home run I think we've seen in Love's Field. And the crowd is absolutely appreciating and celebrating what they're seeing right now. Everybody on their feet in USA Softball Hall of Fame Stadium.
Alyssa Brito lives for these moments. And compound that with the fact that she's 0-for on the night. You've got an Alyssa Brito in the box right now who is on a mission. Plain and simple.
Meeting in the circle is over. I mean, you'll take a win any way you can. Right?
Always.
But I'm just saying, you mentioned, what was that now? 5 walks?
5 walks, yep.
I mean, anything but a walk-off walk, right? I mean,
we sound spoiled playing.
Isn't that such a, if you are just finding us on ESPN Plus, that is we're accepting that's a very spoiled mindset. Baylor's brought their infield in to try to stay alive in this game. Govan at first, Cran at second, Pylon at short, Voda at third.
Here we go. I want to see Alyssa Brito have a good at-bat. I don't feel like her last 2 at-bats in this ball game have been outstanding. I want to see Alyssa Brito have a Brito at-bat.
The infield is way in, too. So anything deep in the outfield is going to end this game as the first pitch from West misses high.
We call that prevent defense.
I mean, that's going to, prevent defense, prevent you from winning. You get one in the air, that's ball game. Here's the 1-0 pitch headed home to Brito. Ball 2. Eight runs, 7 of them here in the 5th, 11 hits, 5 walks in this half inning. The 2-0 pitch to Brito. Line to right field, tagging is Boone. She'll try to, she'll head back to third. Brito had a great at bat, and she hit it too hard. Right at the right fielder, and Watson made a nice play. Boone made it look like she was going, and then she pulled up. All right, here's Ella Parker. Ella Parker on the night. 2 for 3, including a single and a run scored earlier this inning. Bases loaded, 8-1 Oklahoma. Here's the pitch to the freshman. That's in for a strike. Sooners look to walk this off and then get ready for an afternoon showdown back in Norman tomorrow. No balls and a strike. The pitch to Parker. Ground ball left side, big hop, the throw to first, got her. We'll play on. How about that from Casey West coming in out of the pen? Sanchez, I'm Chris Plank. Alvin Fippen is our producer tonight. New look Sooner outfield. Hannah Core, who came in a pinch run, stays in the game. She's in left. Alina Torres stays in the game. She's at third. And the first pitch is looped into right field. Easy play for Boone. And there's one away, pardon me. Alina Torres stays in the game. She's at second. Brito's still in at third. Maybe I should just reset the whole lineup, PJ. It's 8-1 Sooners. We're in the top of the 6th inning. The battery of Kelly Maxwell and Riley Ludlam, and Patty Gasso is going to go out and chat with Kelly Maxwell.
That might be the day.
You think? That infield, Sanders at first, Torres at second, Jennings at short.
Okay.
Seems like she's not really looking up at her target as much anymore. She was staring down at her glove pretty much the whole process. She does here. See? First pitch from the righty is, it works. It's in for a strike. Transfer from Wisconsin. It's Shayla Govan, who is 0 for 2 tonight, looking for her first hit. Look out. That was a line drive that it caught the hand of, thankfully, a fan who had gloves on. Because if he didn't have gloves on, that might have hurt. Well, I'm sure it did hurt.
It's gotten a little chilly since the sun
has.
went down.
Here's the 0-2 pitch with an 8-1 Sooner lead. Line drive, diving, attempt by Jennings. Least reaching attempt, and it gets past her into center field for a base hit.
And we know, I mean, what Govan has done all season. Walked into this game hitting 500, saw that average drop a little bit after going 0 for 2, but going through this Baylor lineup right now, the 4, 5, 6, gotta hit corners. Get those pitches in on hands.
So we got our first pinch runner tonight from Glenn Moore. One away. We're in the top of the 6th inning, 8-1 Sooners. And looks like Roat will pinch run. Caroline Roat will pinch run. And Abby Flores will step to the plate. First pitch from Monticelli is a little bit low, ball 1. I'm not kidding. I think that's the first time I've seen her throw a ball since she's kind of done that different setup with her eyes. She was amazing. Wednesday night, the 1-0. Well, I might have just jinxed her. I'll shut up.
I think I forget sometimes that Monticelli's only a sophomore.
That's right.
I really do. And I think, Plank, you were kind of talking about changing her eye view on her target and maybe some of the things that she's done here recently. I think I forget that she's still an underclassman.
Line drive, Jennings catches it, throws to first. Oh, you betcha. A line drive, snag it, bag it, inning over. Wow. Jennings almost made the play on the line drive off the bat of Govan. She did there to end the 6th.
That's 5th inning came because Kelly Maxwell had set the table. I mean, she went out and just took care of business every single inning and gave this offense some time to get moving and settle in.
Core first pitch swinging, bounces it to second. The throw is just in time. Core looked like she beat it. Again, apologies to those on the ESPN Plus side. Now, Coach Gasso is going to talk with Hannah Core. We may get our first McIntyre Law, Noble McIntyre review. No, just Q Lilio coming in to pinch hit. 1 away. But, like I mentioned, we've got a lot of events going on. This is a unique setting here in Oklahoma City, so we don't have our full complement of cameras and replays, but shouts out to our guys who have been here all day long trying to make it look as good as they possibly can. Unfortunately, and this isn't a knock on anyone, just a lot of the stuff that's available during the during the World Series just isn't.
Yep.
From a technical perspective. So thanks to Jacob Potter and Joel Manning and Craig Moore, who did everything they can. So sorry there's no replays tonight, but you'll get it twofold over the weekend, I promise. All right, Q will bat with 1 away. First at bat of the night for Quincy Lilia. She's been swinging a nice bat recently. First pitch is a little bit up and in, ball 1.
She has, and just gotten some spot starts here and there, but has done a really good job coming in late into games. You can just see, again, players like Lilio, Torres trying to fight into this lineup consistently, and they're making a case for themselves offense at the plate.
1-0 is inside. 2 balls and no strikes. OU baseball off to a nice start against West Virginia, up 5-0. The 2-0 is in for a strike. 2-1. I thought he'd call the previous pitch a strike. I'm glad he did. The previous pitch before the last pitch. Here's the 2-1 to Q. Low and away. Quincy this season, 2 hits, scored 3 runs, driven in 4. She's walked 4 times. She's Struck out twice, has an on-base percentage of .708, despite not the batting average she would want. Here's the 3-1 to Q. Bounces one. Oh, right back to Casey West, who gloves it, throws to first, and there are two away. Oklahoma Athletics would like to thank the official Eat, Play, Stay partners. Visit Norman Cup Pop, Courtyard by Marriott, Midway Deli, Nashville, and Norman NCED. Visit Soonersports.com for more information. And MidFirst Bank is a premier partner of OU Athletics, your exclusive home for the OU debit and credit card. Visit midfirst.com/Sooners for details. Member FDIC. Riley Ludlam has walked twice. She takes ball one low, including a bases-loaded walk in the 7-run fifth. The Sooners sent 13 batters to the plate. Here's the 1-0 pitch with 2 outs. Low ball 2.
Casey West entered this game. Again, I very well could have missed it, but I don't think she threw much. I really don't. And walked back-to-back hitters. But you watch all of this kind of unfold. She's starting to find the zone.
There's strike one, 2-1. DJ and I will be back with you in some way, shape, or form tomorrow. 2 o'clock first pitch, 1:45 pregame show. We'll keep our ears open for the potential to play 2 tomorrow. 2-1 is in for a strike, 2-2. Only bring that up if there is a chance of rain, if those chances of rain increase, is what Coach told us on Sunday, because those winds look pretty out of control. Here's the 2-2 to the Sooner catcher, Riley Ludlam. She pops one into right field. Easy play for Watson, makes the play, and we'll head to the 7th. Sooners go quietly in the 6th after the 7-run 5th, but 3 outs away for the Sooners from win number 29. Oklahoma 8, Baylor 1. This is Sooner Song. Cindy Koyasos will lead things off as we head to the 7th, 8-1 Oklahoma. First pitch from Monticelli popped up on the infield. Jennings makes the catch, and there is one away. 8 runs on 11 hits for the Sooners, a run on 4 hits and an error for Baylor. This game blew up with a 7-run 5th. Right-handed hitting pitcher Casey West. West on the night is 0 for 2, but has hit the ball hard. Oh, man. Monticelli throws hard. That's in for a strike. I was trying to sneak to see Gabby's radar gun. I was trying. No way. Set 69. Here's the 0-1.
I believe it. Upwards of 70.
Wow.
She throws gas, man. And
I would never doubt Gabby.
And I think that the best thing about Peyton Monticelli is the fact that she's only a sophomore. I will stand by that. So much room and such a high ceiling.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Monticelli, fouled back.
And I feel like sometimes watching games at times, especially late in the season when you have a lot of hard throwers, I think people get the misconception that there's just people walking around that throw 70.
Right.
They're a dime a dozen, no big deal.
Doesn't really
Oh my
exist.
gosh, no, it does not. So, the type of velocity that Monticelli has.
There's a line drive right at Torres at second, 2 away. Tonight's game broadcast has been brought to you by Omni OKC. Your perfect getaway awaits you at the Omni OKC. Final hope for the Baylor Bears is Anna Watson. She's 0 for 2 on the night. Break it all down in the Bud Light postgame show coming up next. First pitch, swing and a miss. That was just tear gas.
Yes, I'm swinging a miss, not even close. I mean, just.
No balls and a strike. Monticelli chased her a little bit up and in. 1 ball and a strike. One ball, 1 strike, 2 away in the 7th. Pop foul down the left side, and the Sooners are now 1 strike away.
I really like Monticelli in the closer role. Just tossing that out there. Bringing 70 miles an hour out of the bullpen.
As you said that, she did that little turn like Grabowski used to do, so that was pretty funny timing-wise. The 1-2, you'll know, pop foul. I can't even begin to tell you how electric this crowd was tonight. We have got to get on the Tulsa midweek game. We can do this. This has been awesome here tonight. Monticelli looks to end it. The 1-2 way out. Good job by Ludlam.
She's been good back there. I mean, she's been good back there all season, but.
This is a regular season game, man.
Yeah. Feels like a postseason game.
Really does. The 2-2 for Monticelli. Grounded back to Peyton. Gloves. Throws. Got her. Oklahoma puts a 7 spot on the board in the 5th. And behind, absolute precision in the circle from Kelly Maxwell. On a Friday night in the big town, Oklahoma takes down Baylor in game 1 of the series, 8-1. And the Sooners win their first game in USA Softball Hall of Fame Stadium since taking home the national championship here. I know you're going to run down to try to get Coach DJ, but quick thoughts before we start the Bud Light postgame show. Just impressive all the way around.
It was, and I go back and I look at this. The Sooner team took advantage of Baylor's mistakes. And once they really started doing that, it was curtains. But Kelly Maxwell had a lot to do with that. She held it down and gave this offense time to get moving.
DJ's heading down to try to catch up with Coach Gasso. We'll launch the Bud Light postgame show next. Oklahoma 8, Baylor 1. You're listening to Sooner Softball from Learfield.